Hello, students. Today we are going to start with our first chapter of Hornbill, that is the Portrait of a Lady, written by Khushwant Singh. Before telling you anything related to the chapter, I would like to tell you about Khushwant Singh. Actually, he was an Indian author, lawyer, diplomat, journalist, and politician. He was a man of many talents and served the Indian legal system, Indian journalism, and literature, all with equal passion and hard work. Students, this is the pic of Khushwant Singh in front of you. He had his debut novel. I would like to discuss certain novels and certain writings which he had done. His debut novel was Train to Pakistan, and Train to Pakistan was acclaimed for its exploration of the bloody violence between Hindus, Muslims, and Sikhs during the shortly after just 1947 partition of the subcontinent into India and Pakistan. Means Train to Pakistan was related to the partition of India and Pakistan, the violence which took place at that time. He has also written short stories like The Mark of Vishnu. This chapter, when I was in 12th class, this chapter was in our syllabus, The Mark of Vishnu. Thereafter, he wrote The Company of Women. He has also written I Shall Not Hear the Nightingale. In 1979, Khushwant Singh was honored the Padma Bhushan by India's president. However, in 1984, he returned the honor as protest to Indian government against the storming of Golden Temple by the Indian Army. Thereafter, in the year 2007, he was awarded Padma Vibhushan. In 2006 also, he received Punjab Ratan Award by the government of Punjab. And in 2000, he was bestowed the Honest Man of the Year award by Sulabh International Social Service Organization for his bravery and sincerity in his brilliant incisive writing. Now, I would like to drag your attention. We have come to know how important, how prolific, how talented Khushwant Singh was. But now I would like to discuss about the chapter The Portrait of a Lady. The Portrait of a Lady. First of all, I would like to discuss the title, The Portrait of a Lady. The portrait here stands, portrait means drawing. ठीक है? It is not the drawing by hand, it is drawing by words. Of a lady here stands to Khushwant Singh's grandmother. This chapter is quite an emotional chapter, and emotional for those who are quite connected with their grandparents. Khushwant Singh has described all the minute details. First of all, he has given the description of his grandmother's physical appearance, and thereafter, he has presented before us the relationship he shared with his grandmother when he was in village, as they were very good friends. But when they left city, they left to city. There in city, after leaving school, village, many changes came in their life. It was a turning point in Khushwant Singh and his grandmother's relationship. A gap started creating in their relationship. The gap kept on increasing. Khushwant Singh's grandmother, when he grew up, adopted a um, different schedule. She secluded herself. She started herself involved in other activities. And what changes came, or what behavioral changes did Khushwant Singh notice at every stage of his relationship with his grandmother, and later on how she died? What things have been described by Khushwant Singh are presented in this particular chapter. It is really quite a touching experience, autobiography written by him, showing his relationship. Let's start with the chapter now. My grandmother, like everybody's grandmother, was an old woman. She had been old and wrinkled for the 20 years that I had known her. In the first two lines, Khushwant Singh has presented before us a very simple thing. His grandmother was old like everybody's grandmother, and she had been old and wrinkled for the 20 years that he had known her. Means the time for the last 20 years, according to Khushwant Singh, his grandmother had been old and wrinkled. She had always been old and wrinkled by the time he knew her. People said that she had once been young and pretty and had even had a husband. Khushwant Singh says that people said that his grandmother she had once been young and pretty. Now she was old and wrinkled, and old and wrinkled people means old people can't, or we don't take them beautiful. With the growing age, health declines, beauty disappears. He says that people used to tell him that his grandmother was once young and pretty, and even she had a husband, but that was hard to believe. That was hard to believe. What was hard to believe? That his grandmother had ever been young and pretty. Why? Um, just because by the time he knew his grandmother, for the last 20 years, he had only seen her old and wrinkled. So it became hard for him to believe his grandmother had ever been young and pretty. Suppose a student is notorious, and if someone tell me that he had once been very calm type of student, he has once been very shy and very introvert, then in that situation it would become hard for me to believe. In such a way, by the time Khushwant Singh knew his grandmother, as she had been old and wrinkled, for the last 20 years he had known her. So it became hard for him to believe that she had ever been young and pretty. Thereafter, he has given Khushwant Singh has given the description of his grandfather in only 2-3 lines. Thereafter, in the whole chapter, he does not talk about his grandfather. My grandfather's portrait, means picture, hung above the mantelpiece in the drawing room. Mantelpiece is a shelf above fireplace. The portrait of Khushwant Singh's grandfather hung above uh, the shelf, which is situated on the fireplace in the drawing room. He wore a big turban and loose fitting clothes. His grandfather used to wear big turban and clothes which were loose fitting. His long white beard covered the best part of his chest. Best part of his chest means almost part of his chest. His long white beard, his beard was so long that it covered almost part of his chest, and he looked at least 100 years old. His grandfather looked at least a man of 100 years. He did not look the sort of person who would have a wife or children. He looked as if he could only have lots and lots of grandchildren. Here he has presented before us the picture of his grandfather. He states it before us that in the portrait of his grandfather, which is set above the mantelpiece in the drawing room, he could see that his grandfather used to wear loose fitting clothes and big turban. Uh, he had long beard which covered almost part of his chest, and he looked like a person he that he could not have children. He seemed like a person that who was almost 100 years old, and he could only have lots and lots of grandchildren. As for my grandmother being young and pretty, the thought was almost revolting. We in bold letters line, the thought was almost revolting. The thought was which thought revolted in the mind of Kushwant Singh. One question can be asked from here. The thought that his grandmother had ever been young and pretty. Why that thought revolted in his mind? Just because by the time he knew his grandmother for the last 20 years, he had seen her at the same stage, that is, old and wrinkled. So it became hard for him to accept that she had ever been young and pretty. That's why this thought revolted in his mind. She often told us of the games she used to play as a child that seemed quite absurd and undignified on her part. Absurd is illogical, undignified means unsuitable, we can say. On her part, and we treated it like the fables means stories with moral lessons, and prophets मतलब religious priests, पैगंबर जिसे कहते हैं. Whenever his grandmother, they could not he could not perceive the things being told by his grandmother related to her childhood days. Whenever she would tell them that she had once been a child, she used to play, they could not take the thing seriously. He used to they used to take it like the stories of fables means story with some moral lesson of the prophets, religious priests. She means this also they took non seriously. In this first paragraph we come to know the things related to Khushwant Singh's grandmother which disturbed Khushwant Singh, which did not let Khushwant Singh believe the things related to her being young and pretty. She had always been, now in next paragraph we will come to know about the physical appearance of Khushwant Singh's grandmother. She had always been short and fat and slightly bent. Her face was a crisscross of wrinkles running from everywhere to everywhere. No, we were certain that she had always been as we had known her, old, so terribly old that she could not have grown older, and had stayed at the same age for 20 years. She had always been, this is the physical description of his grandmother. His grandmother was short in height, she was fat, and her structure was slightly bent. She remained slightly bent due to old age. Her face was a crisscross of wrinkles running from everywhere to everywhere. Her face was full of wrinkles, which crossed from this side to that side. Her face was fully covered with wrinkles which crossed each other. No, we were certain. She had always been as we had known her. And how they had known her, he has described this thing in the very first line, old, so terribly old. He has described his grandmother, we can say, he has used hyperbole in the description of his grandmother. He states that his grandmother looked so old that she could not have grown older. That she could not have grown older and had stayed at the same age for the last 20 years. She could never have been pretty. Pretty means attractive. But she was always beautiful. He states this thing clearly that his grandmother could never have been pretty. But she was always beautiful. He states that his grandmother was always beautiful. How? He has given the description of his grandmother's beauty. She hobbled about the house in spotless white sari, we can say, or spotless white clothes, with one hand resting on her waist to balance her stoop. Stoop means bent, and the other telling the beads of her rosary. She hobbled, she walked. Hobble means to walk with difficulty due to old age. The grandmother hobbled. Hobble means walked about in the house with difficulty, as she had problem in her legs due to old age. She used to wear spotless clothes, white, beautiful, clean clothes, with one hand resting on her waist. She used to keep one hand on her waist, means kamar, to balance her stoop, means bent. As she was slightly bent, in order to balance, to make a balance in her bend, she used to keep her hand on her waist, and the other hand, which was free, telling the beads of her rosary. She kept moving the beads of her rosary. Rosary mm, is something which is related to religion, जिसे हम मनके की माला कहते हैं, जिसे आपके ग्रैंड पेरेंट्स आप देखते होंगे, ग्रैंड मदर रोटेट करते रहते हैं और नाम करते रहते हैं, भगवान का नाम लेते रहते हैं. She used to, one hand of her kept on her waist and other hand always kept telling the beads of rosary. Her silver locks here stands for silver hair of Khushwant Singh's grandmother, were scattered untidily over her pale puckered matlab wrinkled, and face. Her silver locks were spread untidily means uncapped, over her pale, puckered face, and her lips constantly moved in inaudible prayer. Inaudible means that cannot be heard. What was done by Khushwant Singh's grandmother? Actually, her silver hair means white hair, grey hair जिसे कहते हैं, सफ़ेद बाल उनके, scattered untidily over her pale face. Why is the face of grandmother called pale just because it shows unpleasant paleness. It is due to old age, ill health. But here it is related to old age. Her silver locks, her gray hair come on her pale, puckered means the face which was full of wrinkles, and her lips constantly means regularly, all the time moved in inaudible prayer. Yes, she was beautiful. She was like the winter landscape in the mountain, an expanse of pure white serenity, breathing peace and contentment. Here, one question can be asked. Khushwant Singh's grandmother had divine beauty. Explain. In that case, you will state that Khushwant Singh's grandmother used to wear spotless white clothes. One hand of her always kept resting on her waist to balance her stoop. Her lips always kept telling the beads of her rosary. Her silver locks come scattered untidily over her pale, puckered face. Her lips constantly moved in inaudible prayer. She was beautiful just because she always kept breathing peace and contentment. She was quite a peaceful and contented type of lady. Contented means satisfied. She was beautiful. She was like winter landscape. Why Khushwant Singh's grandmother has been compared with winter landscape? As in winter, mountains are covered with snow. Likewise, Khushwant Singh's grandmother used to wear spotless white clothes, and we get peace whenever we go to enjoy in landscape. Likewise, Khushwant Singh's grandmother was a lady who was peaceful and satisfied. How she was peaceful? Because she always remained at peace and contented means she never complained for anything. That's why all these things are described. That's why Khushwant Singh's grandmother has been compared with winter landscape. She was an expanse of pure white serenity. Serenity means purity. I suppose up to this the chapter is clear to all of you. If you have any problem, you can ask. But students, you have to go through all the minute details. Hannah, you have to keep this thing in mind that all the things should be in your hand. If you find any difficulty, you can ask me. Thank you, beta.